Hi everyone, it's Dr. Marco. We're looking at the health tip this week, and the health tip is why it might be important to sleep on your side if you can. So there's some research done from Stony Brook University. It was published in the Journal of Neuroscience, and what they found is that lateral sleeping position is the best position to efficiently remove waste from the brain. So now this is important. Just like your body has processes, things happen, there's metabolites and there's waste that we have to get rid of. The brain needs waste products that build up too that need to be gotten rid of as well. So in our body there's a system called the lymphatic system, which you might be familiar with. There's more lymph fluid in our body than there is actually blood. So the lymph is carrying away the waste products, debris, particles, toxins, all that stuff. And when you move your muscles, you're squeezing that lymphatic system. It gets up into your circulation and it gets out so that you can process it out through the kidneys, etc. And you can, go to the washroom, that kind of stuff, to get rid of the wastes. But your brain actually has a system that they're finding too. It's called the lymphatic system, because there's cells in your brain called glial cells and stuff like that. So that whole system there, they call it the lymphatic system for the removal of waste and toxins from your brain. So number one, obviously the fact that sleeping in general is important for that to happen. So you make sure you're going to bed at a good time, ideally around 10:30. That's when your sleep wave dips, and that's when you should catch your first wave of kind of going to sleep. And between 10 and 2, that's when the golden hours of cleaning happens and when your brain does the most regenerative stuff. But other than that, this is what they found. They said lymphatic pathways where cerebrospinal fluid, meaning the fluid that's surrounding your brain, that's a protective fluid around your brain, filters through the brain and exchanges with the interstitial fluid to clear the waste. So interstitial fluid means the fluid between the cells, okay? So these blue things are supposed to represent nerves and neurons, and they have all these connections and things. So these green things would be like waste products that's accumulating. So there's certain proteins and things that get pumped out of cells as waste products, like tau proteins and amyloid, beta amyloid, and that kind of stuff. And if you've heard of like plaquing and those kind of things in people's brains with Alzheimer's and dementia's risk and all that. So these are things that need to be cleared out of the system. So there's a system around the brain called the cerebrospinal fluid, and that actually kind of flushes through here to get all those particles out of the system. But they're finding when people sleep on their side, that works more efficiently, okay, as opposed to sleeping on your stomach or on your back. Okay, and then the other thing they said, a lateral sleeping position is already the most popular in human and in most animals, even in the wild. So sleep subserves a distinct biological function, and that is to clean up the mess that accumulates while we are awake. Many types of dementia are linked to sleep disturbances, including difficulties in falling asleep. These sleep disturbances may accelerate memory loss and Alzheimer's disease. And we also know that people that have fibromyalgia also have sleeping difficulties. And fibromyalgia is actually, I'll be getting into it in a workshop I'm going to be doing later on, but the brain it's been affected in a way that it doesn't suppress normal pain signals within the body. So when the brain is actually changed, they actually feel painful stimuli to things that shouldn't be painful in their body because of the brain not sending the proper signals to inhibit or decrease that sort of pain sensation of things that shouldn't be painful. So people with fibromyalgia have sleep problems too, and this can be a big factor with them as well. And I'll get into that more in the workshop that I'm having in my office. One other thing too, just as a side note, as a little bonus, if we look at our body here, a large majority of the population has what we call non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. So people's livers are actually getting a little bigger. And if you sleep on your right side like this, so he's sleeping on his right, that big fatty liver is kind of on the bottom side. But if he sleeps on his left side like this, that big liver could actually start compressing over this way. The heart is up here above the diaphragm, but all of that stuff could kind of be compressing, pushing on the stomach and all this kind of stuff. So that heavier liver could be coming down this way and causing more compression and problems with the heart, circulation, and that kind of stuff. So ideally you want to be sleeping on your right side for this. You want to be sleeping on your side to help the lymphatic system clear waste from your brain. And they're also finding, interestingly enough, that when people are getting proper upper cervical chiropractic care, meaning that the first couple of bones in the neck are very well aligned, they're also showing some studies that improves this drainage of the lymphatic system as well. So that's why a lot of great chiropractic care has been done focusing on making sure that the top couple of vertebrae are very, very specifically clear and there's no tension up there. So that can really help this system too, and they're doing some interesting flow studies, and you can see before and after the adjustment that this stuff is actually working better. So that's your health tip for this week. Please share it, and we'll see you next time.